Hey everyone, welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to change your company information. So for that, you want to head over to settings and then buying company or selling company, depending on what you want to change. Once we get here, you will be greeted with this the buying part and the selling part. So you can switch on the fly here. And all of this information is actually very important, right? When you first sign up for the system, it will ask you all this information and you should have already filled it out. But let's say for some reason you need to change one of these fields. You can just come here and then make the changes, right? For example, the company name, maybe when you sign up first, your company name isn't there yet. Your company isn't set up yet. Once you have it, you can come back here and update it. And that's the very first field. It's called company name. And then you will enter it here, right? Now, if you are in the process of setting up your company, what you can do to begin sending out letters is use DBA, which means doing business as, and then just put your own name here, right? That should allow you to send those first letters without having your company fully set up at that point, right? But you will be working on it. The company address, you have the option to change it here, right? So you just click on that button and then it will fill out the entire address here, right? So for this, what we recommend is that you get a virtual mailbox or a PO box, okay? Unless you have an actual office where you can receive the mail, of course. But if you're working from home, our recommendation is to do that. And then when you get that information, you want to use that as your company address, okay? Once you have that, just move it out of the way, make the changes, and then they will be saved, right? The next field is called company email. So you have to create a business email, and my recommendation is to not use a personal email. You want to create a business email for this, and then you put it here, right, under company email. You can use a free email address or you can get one from the domain that you purchase, right? It's really up to your preference, and both work exactly as well, right? Next up, we have company phone. So for this as well, we recommend you get like a virtual phone system if you can, or have like a business phone line, right? We don't recommend that you keep your personal cell phone in here for many reasons, especially so you will know what the call is about when it rings, right? But when you have it, you have to simply put the phone number here. If you are using an extension, you have the option to enter that information here, right? Next up is company fax. And then if you use a fax machine, you can put the phone number here, and receive fax if you so choose. Next up is the company time zone. So this is like the general time zone for everyone. So this is the business hours that your company operates is based on the company time zone, right? So if you're just working by yourself, you would just put your own time zone here. If for example, you are in the other part of the world, though, like living in in the opposite part of the U.S., what you can do is use a time zone in the U.S., right? You can do Eastern or depending on when you're going to check to answer the phone. I would put that under company time zone, and then later on in the profile section, you have your own time zone as well, right? So next up, we have the real estate agent / broker disclosure. So if you are a real estate agent in your state, you have to disclose it, and then you have the option to just change the disclosure. You have to run that, make sure that it's you're following the law here. So if you're not, though, you can just leave that to no. Next up is the company offer email, right? So this is you have the option of having a second email just for the offers. it's not this one is actually more of an optional field. So if you want to keep those two separate, you have that option. You can just leave that one blank as well, and that will mean you will use your company email for the offers as well, right? Now the offer phone. So this is the second line. If you do get the 3-line setup, the offer phone is the line where that's not advertised, right? It's not your company phone. It's only printed on the offers that you make to people, right? So you know if they call that phone number, it's related to an offer that you have mailed, right? So that's why ideally you want to have those 3 different lines, and then this is where you enter the offer phone line, right? Then we have a company notes section. If you want to enter the notes for your about your company, you have that option. It's also optional. Then you have the selling disposition side of the business. You have the company name as well. You don't have to get a second company typically. You can just use the same company for both buying and selling, and then you will enter it here. The company email, you have the option to get a third email just for the selling side of the business, or you can choose to use the same one for both, for all 3. I mean, you can just delete this one, and then any mail you will get on the selling side will be your company email, right? So this is optional, or you can just keep that, get a second email or a third email as well. Then you have tax type, so you can enter your social, your TIN, or your EIN, and then you have the option to enter it here. I think this one is when you get it, you can just enter it. And then lastly, we have company phone. So this is the third line, and it's the selling side phone number, right? So this is the phone number people will call when you have listings advertised online, right? This phone number will be on those advertisements, and then people can reach out to you. And these people that call this number will be people that want to purchase a property that you are selling, right? So my recommendation is do have a third line, and then you just put it here, and that will be it from the company information.